Welcome back. Thanks for joining us today here at True North. We're training hard today. We've got another awesome question. Let's just remember why we take these questions, why we answer them. We're looking to increase your new patients in your practice, seeing more people being served, seeing your retention growing so that they're getting healthier longer. Rewards and revenue are growing, and your influence in your community growing with chiropractic. Well, today, I'm hoping that you're so excited about what we're going to talk about, you're going to share it with other chiropractic friends and colleagues. That's what this is about. 30,000 chiropractors all training together every week. Join me and help me with that, will you? And by the way, if you have a question you want me to answer, Coach CJ at FPL4Life.com. Let's get to this one. This is Dr. Mike, and what he's asking is this. Coach, I read your article in the Coach's Corner every month in the Chiropractic Journal, and you have talked about the importance of props in report of findings. Can you share what you see are the top teaching tools used by your most successful clients? Thanks for all you do. Well, Mike and everybody listening, what I want you to understand is this. We live in a society today that is highly visual. In fact, you should have a prop that you're using about every 90 seconds that you're communicating with somebody, particularly if you want their comprehension to be as high as possible and their memory learning it and sustaining it for as long as possible. So props are critical. In a 10-minute report of findings, think about every 90 seconds, how many props should you have? Work backwards and then be creative in the way that you fill them in. By no means am what I'm going to share today is the only props that you can use. I'm going to be talking about some of the favorite props, some of the most powerful tools that chiropractors are using. The first one I want to talk about, which shouldn't be a surprise to you at all, are before and after x-ray. I'm going to tell you right now that before you show a patient their x-ray, you show them what a healthy normal spine should look like on x-ray. Then you show them what a subluxated spine looks like, not theirs, someone else's. And then only after that do they find out this, by the way, is the same person. This is what they look like before they came in, and this is what they look like, that's right, after. I want you to know that before and after has some of the most profound meaning in society. Whether it's with teeth, before and after, skin blemishes, before and after, and certainly with the spine and nerve system, before and after. Show them 2, 3, 4 examples. Why? Number one, it perfectly puts subluxation in this mindset that, gosh, I'm not the only one that has this problem. A lot of people have this problem, number one. Number two, you know how to help this problem. One after another is somebody that had the problem and no longer has the problem. Had the problem and now it's corrected. Now when they see their x-ray, you know what? You should never tell someone they have subluxation, ever. You should turn on the view box, or if you're using a flat screen and you're using digital x-ray and you turn on the screen and you say, here's your x-ray, Sam, what do you see? And what should they be able to say to you? Oh, wow, I've got it, right? Subluxation. Why? Because you used your props so well, it was almost as if they were able to tell you what their problem was. Watch how unbelievably better your reports are when you use the right props. Before and after x-ray, huge. The second one, surprisingly, is a bowling ball. And of course, what we understand is the head is about 16 pounds, the weight of a bowling ball. And what we know is that if your head is not in proper alignment, if it's in space three-dimensionally, more forward than it should be, or perhaps it's shifted to the side, or it's tilted, this 16-pound bowling ball resting on a few ounce bone called the atlas is sending force vectors all the way through the sacrum and down through your feet. So as the bowling ball goes, so do those force vectors, really doing damage to the nerve flow inside that person's body. You take a bowling ball and you put it in somebody's hands. I love to do group reports. So there's 2 or more people in the report. Now, they're not going to see their own x-rays. They're seeing the props, and then we bring them out individually to see their own x-ray. The bowling ball, whether you do it in front of one person or more, have them hold it and put it in their hand just like this. So the bowling ball is just over their elbow. Sam, how does that feel to you? Can you hold it there for a while? Yeah, I can. Now you ask Sam, go ahead and move it just a couple inches forward. What's that feel like? And of course, they're going to be like this, like they can't hold it. And you say, of course, I'll take the bowling ball from you because you can't hold it. That's your head being out of position, which is why your neck is working 3 times overtime, which is why you have headaches, fatigue, and all these things. When you use the proper props, people's interpretation goes 10 miles deep. And now it's just not, oh, I have a little postural imbalance. I can see the depth of this issue now because of the way that you showed it to me. I also want you to think about using something that you could get at a simple lighting store, Target, wherever. You know the kind of lamp that you just touch it and it comes on? And it's a dimming light so that it can start dim, touch it again, it gets a little brighter, touch it again, it gets full bright. What a beautiful image is to actually start it in the off position. Now that we're talking about subluxation, we're talking about the fact that their spine is out of alignment. We already talked about the posture three-dimensionally, and we see that because of that, the flow is off in their nerve system. And so you say, as you touch it to full, this is the kind of energy you want in your body, right? But with subluxation, and you touch it again, and it's now down to that lowest level, then you take them through the progression, which is as we're adjusting you, there's more power coming on. You turn it again, it's a little brighter. And as we continue to adjust and you continue to hold your adjustments, there's more power yet. And over time, and you touch it one more time, this is ultimately what's going to be happening in your body. And that's what you want, right? Of course, what is that patient saying? Of course, that's what I want. A very simple way to relay a very complex issue called neurological interference. These are some of the simple props you should be using in your report of findings. Work on them, get them. You know what? Role play. Do it like I'm doing in front of a camera and see what it looks like and play with it again and until you've got it just down, and you'll see that your patients will follow your lead. They will trust you faster and they'll follow your recommendations further. Until next time, and as always, practice with passion. Have a wonderful day. God bless.